Okay, so let's first take a quick look on this Lacroix barrel that I got my hands on. It looks like the Barrel SuperSport, but it's not. It's just a Super Sport deck. Now, I got it used, so I basically got it without grip tape. So I started messing around with the other different types of aftermarket grip tape. This is actually a Propel Pivot grip tape, and then this is the stock one. I think the stock looks way better. It's a beautiful design, and I've always loved the graphics that Lacroix makes. It's just a really attractive premium looking board. Now, the battery is the stock battery from the original Lacroix barrel, which is a 12S 4P Molicel P42A 706 watt hour battery. The ESC is the stock Stormcore ESC, but it is tuned by Hyper E-Skate Repair in Brooklyn, New York. The remote that's being used with this board is the Hoyt Puck remote. Some of you know that I'm not a big fan of this remote. I wish I had a data screen. I wish it wasn't so big and bulky. I wish the lanyard wasn't in between your hands and the remote itself. And I think it's a little weird that a grip tape is on a remote. The board is equipped with a BioBoard's De Vega unit. So this has all your telemetry information you need and has easy access to see all your data while you're riding, even in the dark. Now, the trucks were the biggest seller, in my opinion, getting this board. This has the Duality Tito trucks. Now, I first tried Tito trucks about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago on his big, heavy DIY channel truck mountain board. But since they had the Tito trucks mounted on that mountain board, I actually loved the ride. I think Tito trucks should replace all channel truck board setups. As for the motors, these are not the stock Lacroix barrel motors. These are Radium Reacher motors, 6.4, 8.5, 205 kV, and in my opinion, it's a much needed upgrade. As for the wheels, instead of the metal MBS wheels that make the board a little heavier, we went with the Tommy Boy Hubba Hubs, made from extremely durable, lightweight fiberglass nylon, and it also stretches out the tire. Tommy Boy Hubs also offer a few different color combinations. As for the tires themselves, these are 6-inch directional Nova tires made from M boards. Very grippy, very durable. They last you a very long time. Flat contact patch, very well made. And if you're an aggressive rider, you're really gonna love these wheels. We did do an in-depth review on the 7-inch Nova tires. Click the link below to check it out. So right before Lacroix went out of business, they released the Barrel SuperSport, which I really wanted because it seemed like they corrected a lot of things I did not like on the original barrel. The original price is $23.99, or you can add on MBS ceramic hubs, and then you can also add on 8-inch Kenda tires. Now, I already thought $2,400 was a little bit too expensive, but over $2,500 with the metal rims and the 8-inch tires is a bit bonkers to me. Now, the original barrel was 700 watt hours, 12S4P. Now the Barrel SuperSport is 804 watt hours, 18S3P. Now, I'm certainly no battery expert, but it seems like that should be a little bit more efficient, a little more powerful, but it should make the board a little heavier. But I do have trouble believing a 3P would have anywhere near 30 miles of range. Now, it says the board's weight is 35 pounds. The original Lacroix barrel said on the website 29 pounds. My current Lacroix barrel without any metal MBS hubs currently weighs 36 pounds. And again, that's with plastic hubs rather than the metal MBS hubs. So I hope they're accurate this time when it comes to the board's weight. So I have a few different concerns. 1, what is different? 2, vest tuning. And 3, the geometry of the board, which is rider preference. Okay, here we go. Acceleration test on the Lacroix barrel with the Reacher motors, tuned by Hyper E-Skate in Brooklyn, New York. Stock battery, Stormcore ESC. So already I want to put my feet further back, but the wheelbase is so small, it just makes me uncomfortable to launch, especially with the powerful board. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Woo! Lot better. Definitely a lot better. So I'm hoping that the new owners of the Lacroix company know how to properly tune a Vesk board, because the first Lacroix barrel review had about half of that power from a dead stop to full throttle. Okay, so the new owners of the Lacroix company are current owners of eBoard Stuff and the Boosted Guys website. So these guys are very familiar with the e-skate community. They're good guys. They have really good business ethics. But as any DIY builder will tell you, Vesk tuning is not easy. When I did my original review with the OG barrel, I got so many DIY guys mad because I didn't touch the vest. Now, I'm going to keep this brief. When you purchase a Lacroix Barrel or a Barrel SuperSport, that is a production board, and we do production board reviews. That means out of the box. We are not going to do a production review and change any of the settings. That's like buying a brand new Evolve, putting aftermarket 23T pulleys on it, and then using 125mm wheels, and then now the production board does 44 miles per hour rather than the stock out of the box 29 miles per hour. When changing the VESC settings, you can also void your warranty and screw up your actual internal electronics of your board. So this is why we keep it stock out of the box when we do production reviews. That being said, so my question is, do these new owners how to properly tune a VESC? A good happy medium with good acceleration off the line that's not too crazy, but still very aggressive, and a smooth throttle curve from start all the way up to higher speeds, because the original Barrel had terrible acceleration off the line, and then all of a sudden at 15 miles per hour it shoots you right up to 40 miles per hour. So since these are the same boards before they went out of business, nothing has changed except for some hardware. I hope they know what they're doing when it comes to tuning a VESC. Now my last concern is pure rider preference. So before I get some Lacroix fanboys really angry, again, keep in mind this is rider preference. Now all the way to the right is the Propel Pivot GT, very well known 2-in-1 board in the Eastgate community. In the middle is the Lacroix Barrel, and all the way to the left is the Parsec Aero Pro. If you look at the rear trucks on all three boards, they are all lined up. So this is comparing their wheelbase. Now a Lacroix Barrel is a 35-pound performance board, and you can see the wheelbase is more closer to the Parsec size. I don't get that. If I'm going for a smaller wheelbase board, it will be something like the thin 15-pound to 17-pound Parsec Aero Pro. Not a 36 pound all-terrain board that's high performance with a very chunky enclosure. I just don't get it. It's not a huge battery, but yet it's such a thick, wide setup with such a short wheelbase. When I think of the Barrel's battery size, I think of the Meepo Hurricane, the Evolve Hadian, the Tynee Explorer, the Propel Pivot GT, the Exway Atlas, all dramatically slimmer with a longer wheelbase. Now you're talking to one of the shortest e-skaters in the community that likes a narrow stance and prefers smaller setups. But when you combine this small wheelbase with this heavy chunky enclosure underneath you, it feels very abnormal. And then they go with this super wide deck. When you have this wide deck, it affects the agility big time. So when you do heel-toe movements, even with the Tito trucks, you can see it struggles to shift the energy back and forth. It takes much longer to go back and forth with a quick little agile movement comparing to a reverse kingpin, traditional kingpin, or double kingpin. I just think in a perfect world, smaller boards should not try to compete with high performance, big battery boards. It just makes the geometry and the functionality of the board all out of whack. Honestly, in a perfect world, if you're gonna keep that platform, I would go back to the Prototipo days. I mean, just look how gorgeous this board is, especially with its sleeker, slim battery. Just go for better cells, but a smaller capacity, and definitely get rid of the channel trucks and replace them with the Tito trucks. The Prototipo was a truer, smaller setup that was a premium board that wasn't so focused on high performance and crazy range. I think that's what they should go back to. But this is all just my experience input as a fellow rider. It's been raining like crazy, so I decided to make this video, especially since Lacroix was coming back, and I hope they become successful and stay that way. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Have a good one, guys.